Hello everyone, I'm Jimmy Conrad and welcome to a very special edition of FIFA Global Series Extra because we are here on location in Bucharest for FUT Champions Cup Stage 2. Yes, it is all going down in this beautiful country, which is going to be the first part of what I like to call The Buzz, which I know is your favorite show on the internet about all of the news around the world from competitive FIFA. So let's get started, let's get right into it. Because exactly 2 weeks after the first major of the season that was won by Fnatic's newest signing Tex, who absolutely dominated once again. It's the third consecutive year that he's won the first major of the season. He was unbelievable. He beat FUTWiz Lyrics in the console final, and then he beat Fufilza, who was also undefeated in the cross-console grand final. So we'll see how he performs this time around. Also, we're going to see how two other players are going to perform this time around, and I'm talking about Mo Abba, the reigning FIFA E-World Cup champion, because he lost in the Swiss format in the group stages. He went home on day one after only winning 2 games. So he's going to be looking to totally redeem himself. And then, of course, Texas' big rival, Emma Sassari, who lost in the first knockout round game. So we'll see how he performs as well, because over the last 2 seasons, he's always won the second major. So this is going to be an incredible event. And while we're talking about the second major of the season, the second thing that I know that you need to know about are the underdogs for the players that have yet to prove themselves in FIFA 20. Like Tom Stokes, who won the FIFA Global Series playoffs in FIFA 19 on Xbox, but he switched over to PS4, so we'll see how he competes. And Dammy, who was a grand finalist in FIFA 18, narrowly missed out on qualifying for the E-World Cup in FIFA 19, but because he has to qualify in Europe, which has some of the world's best players, I feel like he's comfortable with going against the very best and maybe just a few breaks away from not only doing well in a tournament, but also in winning it. But those aren't the only 2 guys, because there's Crafty, Jamie, Jambu, Marlet, Pinna, and Joxon, who are all making their debuts at a major in FIFA 20. So this is going to be an incredible tournament. But moving on from this international event for just a moment, it's time for players to start their road to the E-World Cup on the domestic scene as well. And one E-League that just launched last week was the Eredivisie. Now the concept of the league is slightly different than the format of the original Eredivisie, because each of the 18 teams has an Xbox and a PS4 player now, both participating in every fixture throughout the season. Teams initially were going to face off in a round robin, which is followed by playoffs between 12 clubs who are in 3rd to 14th place. And that's going to determine the 8 teams that will finish the competition in a knockout format. Of course, up for grabs are 850 Global Series ranking points for the winners and 50,000 euros in prize money. Some of the big names taking part in the competition are Paps and Yimi HD, who both qualified for the first 2 major events of the year, and they had 2 players in Lev Vinkin and IX Danny, who both participated at the E-World Cup. So it's a terrific league with terrific players, and you can watch all the games on Eredivisie's channel on YouTube. And another league that was just announced is one that is near and dear to my heart, EMLS. Now, as of this year, 25 players will be competing to see who will be EMLS champion of FIFA 20. And the first event is happening in January in Philadelphia for Series 1, and then the next month in Portland for Series 2, and then the top 12 players of these 25 will continue on to the finals in March in Austin, Texas at South by Southwest, where they'll be competing in a tournament for 850 Global Series ranking points and a ton of prize money. Now, the undisputed FIFA 19 EMLS champion was Dulsta, who did the business with the Philadelphia Union, but he'll be taking part in the competition this year under new colors, those of Nashville. And other big names to watch out for in this competition are the E-Champions League winner NYC Chris, the Godfather from LA Galaxy Giuseppe Guastella, and FC Cincinnati's Fiddle. And finally, let's bring it back here to Bucharest for FUT Champions Cup Stage 2, because there is one player that I think we should be keeping our eyes on. He's from North America, and his name is Alexander. Because he's a surprising new addition to this event. After going unbeaten in the Swiss round of qualifiers for FUT Champions Cup Stage 2, he lost the very last round before securing qualification. And that was due to a spot being freed up for the North American region, and Alexander, being the highest seed on the last hurdle, received the spot and will now be in Bucharest competing. The FIFA E-World Cup Grand Finalist in FIFA 18 has been in very good form lately. He's the only player in this month's Weekend League on Xbox that is unbeaten with a record of 90 wins and 0 losses. And although the Weekend League is not as difficult for professional players as qualifiers and major tournaments, Alexander has beaten quite a few pros along the way, indicating that he has what it takes to go far in the upcoming competition. I know I'll be rooting for Alex because NA all the way. All right, everyone, that is it for the buzz, but make sure you circle your calendars for FUT Champions Cup Stage 2 because it's all starting at 5:30 a.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. UK time this Friday and running all weekend long on twitch.tv/EA Sports FIFA.